Well, on to the Madhya Pradesh election campaign. Rahul Gandhi finally kicked off the Congress's campaign there today, beginning with blessings from Hindu priests and also with posters that welcomed him to Bhopal as a Shiv bhakt. He has, of course, just returned from the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. Rahul Gandhi had an 18-kilometer long roadshow right after that, which ended with a speech that he made in which he attacked, of course, both Chief Minister Shivraj Chauhan as well as the centre. Well, as far as this so-called soft Hindutva campaign of the Congress is concerned, my colleague Srinivasan Jain was in Madhya Pradesh just a few days ago and he asked the two key principal Congress players there, both Jyotiraditya Scindia and Kamal Nath, on what exactly the Congress's campaign stood for, whether it was soft Hindutva and whether it was a confused campaign. Let's listen in.
My question though was that when I agree with you, you should maintain that divide. But when you in your speeches now talk about the fact that the Scindia family built temples or Kamal Nath brings up this Gaushala business, aren't you falling into the same trap? You're also going public with religiosity.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I am going public to decry their thematic of my religion.
Okay. This is not falling into their trap of
Not
saying,
at all.
I'll out-Hindu you. I'll out-Hindu the BJP.
Not at all.
Okay.
I can tell you that probably you'll find a lot of congressmen that are much more devout Hindus than a lot of BJP people.
I've actually seen examples of that.
And therefore, let my religion be my own private business.
Does the BJP have the selling agency of religion? We are all religious, but we don't bring religion to a political platform.
But you just did when you said that you're going to take out a Rampath Yatra in the course of an election.
That's our religious belief. I have built the biggest Hanuman temple in my own district. That doesn't mean that that I'm playing a Hindu card.
No, but when you say that Congress leaders are going to take out a Ram Yatra
why not?
Through Madhya Pradesh,
So
then you are bringing religion into politics.
What you are saying is only the BJP should do it, and not the Congress. No, you are saying if the BJP does it, it's all right. But if we do it, it's not all right.
No, I'm saying two wrongs don't make a right.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Why do you say we are two wrongs?
Well, is this soft Hindutva campaign strategy going to work? Priyanka, let me take that to you first because as Vasu was asking both Jyotiraditya and Kamal Nath, that is there a danger that this could backfire? That it is exactly the kind of campaign that the BJP would want Rahul Gandhi to run because that's what they would thrive on.
Firstly, our campaign in Madhya Pradesh is very clear. We are going to be talking about how Shivraj Singh's government has continuously failed to live up to the expectations and the promises that the Shivraj Singh government had made to the people of Madhya Pradesh. Whether it is on corruption, whether it is about women's safety, about their empowerment or taking all sections along. So that is our core agenda and that is what we are fighting against as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned or across the nation is concerned. That is one common narrative which binds the entire nation today. Everyone's asking questions of what the BJP has not managed to do despite making tall promises. However, as far as soft Hindutva is concerned, I find that very worrisome, this question, simply because today even practicing our personal faith in the confines of our home is being questioned on the basis of practicing soft Hindutva. I fail to imagine that when Jawaharlal Nehru ji said he desired to do the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra and this is something he wanted to do in his lifetime but could not do, if he was to express it in these times it would be labelled as soft Hindutva. If his ashes were immersed in the Triveni Sangam along with the entire rituals as per Hindu traditions, if it was to be done in these times, would it be called as soft Hindutva? Srimati Indira Gandhi used to visit various temples. She used to wear a Rudraksh around her neck. Would that be called as peddling soft Hindutva? I think it is very unfortunate that we label our personal faith and belief on the basis of the political opportunism
Priyanka,
that the BJP
I understand
has
what you're
been
saying,
taking
except it's
of this
not
entire
personal.
religion.
Because this was not what Rahul Gandhi was doing, say, in the previous general election campaign. I don't remember him temple hopping so much at that time. Secondly, it is very much something, for instance, today also posters greeting him as a Shiv bhakt, etc. This is something that he seems to be consciously doing. Thirdly, if this was a campaign just purely on development issues, then why has Kamal Nath announced a Ram Yatra? Then there is obviously a strategy at work here. I'm asking whether that falls into the trap that the BJP has laid for Rahul Gandhi, that look, this actually shifts the focus away from development.
Firstly,
it focuses on religion.
No, the BJP is itself No, no, BJP itself is trapped in its own narrative, and the two narratives that they try to, ensure that they would be able to carry through the agenda that they'd be able to carry through, whether it is about development, they have clearly and categorically shown that this is not their agenda. They have gone back and fallen back to their own agenda, which is to divide people on the base of their religion, base of the caste, base of economic backwardness and inclusiveness. That has become very clear and apparent. They are trapped in an agenda where they used the entire idea of, various promises that they had made to the people of this country, used religion to build that narrative, used religion to come to power. They are now trapped in that narrative. Today people are questioning them on these very narratives. All we are doing is we are talking about people's concerns, people's issues, and what people expect from the ones who will be in power and will be voted into power, and they will choose when they go to make that final vote.
Why is there a Ram Yatra?
No, it is not about the Ram Yatra. If today, I'm sorry, today if a section of people in Uttar Pradesh, or whether it is Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan, belonging to any religion, coming forward and saying that, in this area we do not have a church, can we have a church built there with the help of government funds? We would be more than happy to do that. If it brings happiness to the people and it also lives up to the promises that we have made to the people, let's not divide the country and the people of this country on the basis of their religion. If there is something that they believe in, they have faith in, we will respect that. Respecting everyone's ideas, respecting everyone's religious beliefs, respecting everyone's faith is the core ideology of the Congress Party.
But I think the fact is that our political campaigns have become very divisive along religious and caste lines for a while now.
Has to be brought together on one platform, and we respect them all.
Okay, wait. So Sabha Naqvi, how do you see this? Sabha, I mean, how do you see this? I mean, one could argue, as Priyanka is as well, that in a sense Rahul is saying that, look, it is not the RSS and the BJP who have a claim over what is Hinduism and who a Hindu is. And in that sense, it's probably a good thing, because he's defining it in his terms, that you guys aren't the only representatives of Hindus. We are Hindus too. We think differently. Is that how this is going to go down, or is this a trap?
Nidhi, I think it's not an intellectual or an arguments point that he's making. I think in Madhya Pradesh, in particular, the Congress has decided that it's essential to, because of popular sentiment, to show that it is not inimical to Hindu interests. And I have some experience. That is a state from where the strongest cow protection movements began in India. As Digvijay Singh was reaching the end of his tenure in 2002, confronted by an Uma Bharti, he at that time as Chief Minister declared he drinks a liter of Gau Mutra every day. So there is a particular history and context to what is happening in Madhya Pradesh. If you note, it is in Madhya Pradesh that he has promised a Gaushala in every panchayat. So they have, it's not an intellectual point they are making for TV studios, because they will be mocked. There is a funny side to it. They will be mocked. It is something they feel it is essential to convince people that they are not hostile to Hindus. So actually, I don't think the BJP is too happy about this tactic. I think because there is complete unanimity in this divided Congress of MP. They are all agreeing. They all are doing the same thing.
So I want to ask Mr. Nigam about that, because you make a good point, Sabha. You make a good point, because one did see that the BJP was really sort of unnerved by Rahul Gandhi going to this Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, for instance. I mean, there was a hysterical reaction. Why?
No, there was not any hysterical reaction. I mean,
Sambit Patra's press conference is, for the archives.
See, the fact is that Rahul has a right to go for Mansarovar Yatra, but the way he went and the faux pas that was committed on the way to faux pas was, it became a chicken and momo yatra. And while going, we have a belief that we don't take non-vegetarian food while.
That was denied, I believe. That was not.
Denial is something else in the facts, and we have the reports that did happen. Anyway,
but that's not a fact. I mean, how do you prove that?
See, the fact is, and that we can discuss about evidence and facts.
And RSS supporters have access
picture of him eating a chicken momo.
See, everything, if need be, can come on record. And the fact remains, see, I was on the larger point. He has a right to go there. He has a right to go to temples. That's his fundamental right.
No, but I want to ask you on this point, that has this actually rattled the BJP? Because of the way it has reacted to it. It's held press conferences on it. it has tried its best through social media to sort of suggest that whatever he was doing, these were fake pictures, this wasn't Kailash Mansarovar, you know, he was actually
I think
I don't know,
what was
Ladakh or somewhere.
What was questioned was the intention behind it. Whether he was...
It was actually, the questioning was that he's faking it. Why?
See, I have no information on that because I don't know whether he went or did not go there. I believe...
So you're also raising that question?
No, I don't know. The very fact I did not even pay attention to it.
But he has information about what he was eating and not eating during that yatra. Amazing hypocrisy.
That presumes that he went.
Why would you not believe that he went?
I have no idea, frankly telling you. I just take it that he went. I just take it that he went and I left it at that because he has a right to go to Mansarovar Yatra.
Because that's a very telling comment, because, I mean,
see,
why would you even create that doubt? So there's something about Rahul Gandhi going to Kailash Mansarovar that seems to be bothering the right.
See, not to us, because I think that's his fundamental right to go to Mansarovar Yatra and to offer the water on Shivling, which he was doing in Madhya Pradesh. It is for the people to see whether it is his genuine efforts as a genuine Hindu,
or whether it's a tamasha.
Whether it's a tamasha or a politics about it. That's what the people have to look into, because I have no right to question his offering in his own personal capacity to offer water on a Shivling or on a Shivji. That's his fundamental right. I can't stop that.
So Ghanshyam, I mean, how does, as an ally of the Congress, how do you guys see this?
Well, Akhilesh Yadav ji at the NDTV Yuva event clearly said that he can go to any temple, any religious institution people want him to go. He's a man of the masses. But he would ensure that this election, the Lok Sabha election, would be fought on real issues of the people. We are focused, we are steadfast on the real issues, and we will not let anyone, particularly BJP that has a mastery on this, distract that agenda from the country. That the agenda of the nation is about basic needs of common man, be it jobs, be it security.
These are not personal. I mean, I disagree there. These are not personal visits of Rahul Gandhi. They're very much political visits. And you know that as much as anyone else. That
is for Congress to say its strategy. As a political party, I am saying this very clearly, reciprocating what Akhilesh ji is saying, that we want this election to happen on the fundamental needs of Indian citizens, on their needs for a better life, a harmonious life, and on their ways of religion the way they want. For if any party chooses to show its propensity towards their religious beliefs as well as their religious rituals, it is for that party. As a party, we are absolutely clear. Before elections, we will go wherever we want.
The question
I'm answering it. Before elections, we will go wherever people want us to go. Be it a temple, Gurudwara, Masjid, we will go there. But during elections, we will ensure that the election narrative is set. We face that. Today, BJP is showing our work. Our slogan was Kaam Bolta Hai. That slogan still remains. But BJP used Shamshan, Kabristan, Eid, Diwali, Bijli at the Prime Minister.
Okay, so I have another question which is for Priyanka.
No,
just give me a second before I come to you.
I'm asking Ghanshyam whether it was what Rahul Gandhi ji was doing in Madhya Pradesh. Was it a tamasha, a political tamasha or not?
I am not a saint, but the one thing that I understand about Hinduism is it is your individual journey towards God. That is what Hinduism to me is. And if anybody takes his individual journey towards God, I don't question it.
No, so then, Sabha, the question is that in this attempt to show Hindus that we are not against you by the Congress, that we haven't forgotten you. The danger is that can the Congress out-Hindu the BJP? You know, it's an interesting game that's being played here. Can it?
I think
it's a risk.
I think, yeah. Well, it's an interesting question because the whole pole of politics is shifting somewhat. But I think right now it's a survival thing, Nidhi, and one is so inclined to mock them and make fun of them. But I think it's a seriously considered strategy. They're all doing it together in MP. They need to do it. So obviously all those charges flung at them by the opposition, BJP, and by TV anchors that the Congress is a Muslim-loving thing has become a burden, has become a cross to carry, you know. So we live in such terrible times at one way, you know, that is the thing, they have to outlive that. So that's what's happening right now. And that is why Mr. Gandhi.
Priyanka, would you say honestly that that's what it is? That the Congress was perceived for too long as being a pro-Muslim party that, you know, sort of ignored the concerns of Hindus?
No. Firstly, we are a pro-India party, and for us, the only religion is India's constitution. And if any section of this country, as per the constitution, feels deprived or disrespected, it becomes a responsibility of that political party ideology that believe in the constitution to ensure that no one's rights are taken away from them, or they feel disrespected, or they feel disassociated with the entire idea of this nation. That is very, very clear. Agenda also in Madhya Pradesh is very clear, is on the basis of how the BJP has continuously not lived up to the expectations of the people of Madhya Pradesh. Thirdly, with Mr. Rahul Gandhi going there today and the immense support that was seen on the streets of Bhopal should be a fair indicator as to how much support Congress is garnering on ground, not just in Madhya Pradesh, but even in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and all the forthcoming elections. And lastly, I'd just like to say one thing as far as Mr. Nigam is concerned. It is very unfortunate that you say that no, you all are not rattled by his Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, but right from calling it, and any Hindu who practices their religion and believes in that faith would tell you how holy that entire pilgrimage is. You all have not stopped at mocking that entire pilgrimage that he undertook in a personal capacity. You all called it honeymoon tourism, you all called it conspiracy along with China. You all even fell down to the levels of calling him, all kinds of abusive language, and no action was taken against your MP. So this is the kind of rattled scenario that we are seeing. But we will continue to espouse the cause of every single Indian, even if it hurts the Bharatiya Janata Party and continues to rattle them to the core.
Mr. Nikam, quick last comment.
I don't think there was any rattling. In fact,
they held a press conference on it.
See, fine, let them see. Politics has to be fought like politics, and politics has to be politics has to be played like politics, and
pilgrimage is politics for you.
Playing politics like the politicians too, and he is using a religion to garner votes. And see, to go to a temple is for him to decide, and we are nobody to question it. But the fact is, it is end of the day, it's the people who are going to decide: is this a genuine move on his part, or is it a tamasha to garner votes? That's the point.
That is ultimately true, and let's see how the campaign goes.
Yeah, Sabha, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
One quick point. This whole idea: are you a genuine Hindu? Are you not a real Hindu? Is it a real belief? What is this? I remember Lal Krishna Advani telling people that I am a political Hindu. He used to say, I'm a political Hindu. What is genuine? I know Digvijay Singh, who's accused of being some Muslim-loving guy, does the most elaborate pujas in his house. So, this whole thing, who is a real Hindu, who's not, Mr. Desh, on the one hand you say Hinduism is so liberal, so flexible. On the other hand, you keep on having these tests.
Sabha, I am not saying whether he is a Hindu or not. I said whether
because who use them politically will not understand what practicing the religion means. Those who practice the religion genuinely will know that these are false concerns that they are espousing.
Religious right to offer water on a shivling. I have not questioned his right to go to Mansarovar Yatra. Who am I to question it? I am only saying it is for the people to decide whether this was a political tamasha or not a political tamasha. And that's for the people to decide.
All right. Thank you very much to all of you for joining us. Like I said, election time is always very interesting times as far as Indian television debates are concerned. So lots more of this to talk about in the coming days. We'll see you again tomorrow night. Good